Guys, I'm Rachel DeMita and welcome to the Courtside Club. Today we have got to talk about the scandal that is currently unfolding in the NBA. And you guys, I know that I'm a day late to this news and I was trying to gather as much information as I possibly can. But if we were to do a deep dive on this episode would probably be like 3 hours long. There's sports betting, there's illegal poker games, there's mafia ties. It's absolutely insane. The FBI is involved. So let's jump right in. And this was the tweet that started it all. So Shams said, Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier was arrested early Thursday morning as part of an FBI sports betting gambling probe, sources tell ESPN. The Eastern District of New York and FBI Director Kash Patel will hold a press conference at 10 a.m. Eastern time to announce arrests from the investigation. So that was yesterday. And the FBI director did hold a press conference and basically spilled the beans on everything that is currently going on and all of the arrests that were made. He said the fraud is mind-boggling. It's not hundreds of dollars. It's not thousands of dollars. It's not tens of thousands of dollars. It's not even millions of dollars. We're talking about tens of millions of dollars in fraud and theft and robbery across a multi-year investigation. So Terry Rozier, who plays for the Miami Heat, Chauncey Billups, who is head coach of the Portland Trail Blazers, and also Damon Jones, who played in the NBA for 11 years, were all arrested on Thursday. And if you guys are following along with this story on NBA Twitter, the discourse has gotten actually insane and people are pulling up so many old clips of like Terry Rozier playing bad in games. They're pulling up moments from when Chauncey Billups was sitting certain players and they like weren't playing for the entire second half and the team would end up losing the game. All of this stuff is getting dug up, whether it's relevant or not. It's actually kind of hilarious. But Brian Windhurst actually came out and he said the sports book caught the irregular betting on Terry Rozier the day it happened. Rozier didn't play the rest of the season and he faked the injury. So it wasn't cause of the injury. The NBA pulled him. So he's basically saying that there was a game where Terry Rozier was playing and all of a sudden the sportsbook are seeing all of these thousands of dollars being bet on him during this game. And that's kind of strange, right? Coming from a role player, this isn't a star guy. It's like a middle of the season game that doesn't mean anything. And all of a sudden, all of these people are betting on him. And then he gets pulled and he didn't play for the rest of the season and he was faking the injury. So with Terry Rozier, most of it seemed to be in the sports betting realm of things. And he was actually under investigation last season and the NBA cleared him to continue to play. Now, his lawyer has come out and said basically that he's still innocent. So we'll just have to see what happens and how the story develops. Now, on the side of Damon Jones and Chauncey Billups, they were allegedly part of rigged poker games. And honestly, all of this, you guys, I am so naive to this world. I am so naive to like poker and gambling and mafia ties. Like when I think of the mafia, that's just stuff that I have seen in like television shows. It's hard for me to conceptualize that there are real mafia people in the world. Anyway, so I'm just letting you guys know that this is all new to me. This is all crazy. But details of the rigged poker games. So there was allegedly x-ray machines built into tables to read face down cards. There were contact lenses and glasses that read pre-marked cards, and there were secret cameras in the card trays. And I also saw this video on Twitter as well, where you can basically see the kind of glasses that they were wearing and then how they could see what was on the other side of the card. This is all crazy. And I've definitely seen like poker games that were televised where people were wearing sunglasses and you just think it's normal. It's like, oh, that's just part of their style. They're wearing sunglasses. No. Now with these poker games, it also allegedly has ties to the mafia, and that is why the FBI was involved in all of this. And it says that Billups was taken into custody over accusations he helped mafia families, including the Bonanos, Gambinos, Genevieves, and Luchises. Hopefully I'm pronouncing their names correctly. Please don't come for me. I'm just reporting the news. In an elaborate scheme to fleece victims out of millions of dollars in rigged poker games. According to the feds, defendants all across the nation would lure people to games under the premise they were playing some high-stakes cards and use celebs like Billups to make them appear legitimate. Yet the feds say once the victim sat down, the defendants use all kinds of technology to ensure the fish would lose. This is just actually insane, you guys. It just makes me me think, like, how greedy can you possibly be? Because these people, and again, innocent until proven guilty, but there have been other instances when professional athletes have been found guilty of betting on their respective sport, which is something that you cannot do as a player. You cannot throw games, you cannot fake injuries, you cannot shave points and do all of those things. You legally cannot do that. So the fact that they're making these millions and millions of dollars, all of the men that we're talking about here have made millions of dollars in their career, and they continue to do these sorts of things to make a couple more $1,000, a couple $100,000. Even in the case of Chauncey Porter, who is permanently banned from the NBA for doing things like this, it was alleged that he didn't even make $100,000 in earnings off of the kind of point shaving and things that he was doing. Now, Stephen A. Smith has chimed in on this matter, and he actually threw the WNBA into the mix, so I want to share with you guys what he had to say.
Big night for the NBA. When Beyonce put on a show, that has now been smeared because we're talking about this story, okay? Remember, Trump has a long, long history connected to the world of sports because he had those casinos. Where do you think folks were coming half the time? I'm not talking about individuals. I'm talking about the culture. When people want to go to a casino, when people want to gamble, when people want to party, or whatever the case may be. This was his kind of connection to that. Why am I glad you're here, Monica? Because don't be surprised if the WNBA is next on his list. Because when you've got all of these protests that have been going out there and people that have been protesting against him and what have you, this man is coming.
Now, I agree with Stephen A. Smith here in that this scandal has definitely overshadowed all of the great things that we have been seeing in the NBA over its first 3 days of the season. But I felt like the soliloquy was a bit self-serving. Stephen A. Smith has been teasing the fact that he is going to make a presidential run. He has been getting more and more into politics and just bringing up the NFL, bringing up the NBA. He knows what is going to get clicks. Hopping in here with a quick voiceover, you guys, because it's currently midnight when I'm editing this, but I wanted to update you. FBI Director Kash Patel actually fired back at Stephen A. Smith for his comments, and he said that may be the single dumbest thing I've ever heard out of anyone in modern history, and I live most of my time in Washington, D.C. He said, I'm the FBI director. I decide which arrests to conduct and which not to conduct. Now, Stephen A. Smith also saw that, and then he responded again on X in true Stephen A. fashion, and he said, nothing to get ahead of here, people. I never denied or failed to mention that this FBI investigation has been going on for years. I said Trump wasn't inclined to stop it. He's sparing no one because the man isn't playing. He's coming. In no way am I attempting to even have an opinion on the legitimacy of this matter. I don't know the facts of the case. I'm just saying don't expect POTUS to spare anyone on this matter, and I stand by that. That's all. That clearly was not what he said when he first came out and said Trump is coming and said the WNBA would be next. And I also think it's interesting that he said, I don't know the facts of the case. If you don't know the facts of the case, then why are you making such strong statements? But anyway, just wanted to give you guys that quick update. And lastly, you guys, I just wanted to show you a chart that was on CNN Sports, and it shows that sports gambling suspensions for pro athletes are on the rise. So you saw in 2019, there was one suspension. In the NFL, 2021, there was only one suspension. 2022, there's two. And then if you look at 2023, there's quite a few in the NFL, NHL, and the PGA. And then if you look at 2024, there was two players that were banned, one in the MLB, and then obviously Chauncey Porter, who was infamously banned in the NBA. And ironically enough, Adam Silver also just said that the upcoming NBA technology could let parents block sports betting ads to prevent kids from seeing them. He said, if you don't want anything to do with sports betting, if you have a youngster in your home and you don't want them to see those fields, it could be password protected. Click, all those fields are gone and you don't have to experience any sports betting ads or an announcer commentating on probabilities. This is kind of wild to me because in no other situation is there a world where parents can kind of turn off ads for the NBA. There are so many addictions that we have in the world. If you talk about alcohol, like you can't click and get rid of alcohol ads. Like LeBron James is the face of Hennessy, like his ads are all over. So that's something that the league doesn't seem to worry about kids seeing, but it is something with sports betting. So it does seem like all of this stuff is getting a lot more serious. It is becoming a serious problem. But I think that's all that I have for you guys today. I will keep you posted as we get more details around this story, but you guys, of course, let me know all of your thoughts in the comments comments below. Do you think that this is just the tip of the iceberg? Do you think that there are more players or coaches in the NBA who might go down because of this? Do you think all of this could trickle into the WNBA? Please let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. Thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it and click that little subscribe button because we upload new videos every single week. And with that, you guys, I'll see you next time. Ooh, and